Alright, so IShowSpeed is doing a live stream tour of the United States. And of course, IShowSpeed is this massive content creator, and he's done these kinds of tours across many different countries all over the world. But the thing is that up until now, he hadn't actually done a tour like this in his home country of the United States. And so now he's finally doing that, and the tour is called Speed Does America, and he's live streaming on YouTube as well as Twitch. So overall, it's a really cool idea because the United States is this massive and quite diverse country, and it has all these different states and they have all these unique qualities about them. And just because of the size of the country, the difference from state to state can be really crazy. And so he's gonna be doing this tour for 35 days, so more than a month. It's absolutely crazy just how long the tour is gonna go, right? So there's gonna be a lot of content. And for the traveling for this tour, they're gonna be using a tour bus. And so Speed actually did a reveal for the tour bus on stream, and what ended up happening was that the audio didn't end up playing. So I believe they were going to be playing some music in the background, but the audience just couldn't hear it because of some kind of technical problem. So let's watch a clip of this.
Welcome to Speed Does America. Now enjoy the show and look at the tour bus. Let's go. This is the tour bus. Enjoy the show. Speed Does America, baby. Let's go. Let's go!
Alright, so as you just saw right there, it was at nighttime, and that was because they wanted to show off the drone show, with the lights of the drones and all that. So you could see in the sky, there was that drone show thing that said Speed Does America. And so yeah, that was really cool. But as you could see, the drone that was filming all of this was showing the tour bus, but there was no audio, so it seemed a bit strange. This was like a really cool moment and all that, so you would think it's a bit strange that you couldn't hear anything. And that's actually because the production team actually ended up messing up. And so that's why you couldn't hear anything. And so they were actually supposed to be playing some music while this was happening. And so of course, understandably, Speed wasn't very happy about this. But all that aside, it is really cool that they had a proper tour bus for this stream. It just goes to show you that, IRL streaming at this point has reached this level where like this big creator now has a proper tour bus that's actually a part of the IRL stream. That's like pretty crazy. The scale of it is really, really amazing. And, it is pretty impressive. Speed has gone to so many countries, and, time and time again, he really does these like really amazing streams that last a very long time. And, he goes to so many different locations. And so it's really impressive overall. But speaking of the failings of the production team for the stream, there was also another issue, where what happened was that IShowSpeed met up with Tom Brady, who's probably like the biggest American football player. And so, he's absolutely massive in the US. And, Tom Brady and IShowSpeed actually met, and, IShowSpeed talked to him. But what happened was that afterwards, after he met Tom Brady and all that, IShowSpeed ended up realizing that while he was meeting him, the stream was actually lagging. So such an amazing moment of the stream ended up being ruined because of the lag. And so this is a clip of Speed realizing that. So let's check this out.
Is it lagging? Well, I'm me and Tom Brady. Why is it lagging? Why is nobody saying? I'm talking to Tom Brady for 10 minutes about his Super Bowl trophies, and ain't nobody saying. Production! Come on!
All right. So yeah, as you just saw right there, Speed really was crashing out over that, and so yeah, he was super involved with that thing, meeting Tom Brady and all that, and he was super happy about it. And so yeah, he was super mad when he found out that that moment got ruined. So, I mean, of course, this is IShowSpeed. If you don't know, IShowSpeed is known for these kind of things, where he has these kind of crazy reactions and he has all this energy and he's super loud and all that, right? So, this is a very IShowSpeed kind of moment. But at the same time, a lot of people do kind of say that maybe Speed does these things for clip farming, right? Like specifically for clip farming, these kind of crazy moments and all that, and these kind of crazy reactions. Because, I don't know if you know, but IShowSpeed has had many, many viral clips that everybody's seen, even if they don't know who the guy is and that he's a streamer and all that. So those clips end up, kind of making their way into the mainstream because of these like insane reactions of his. And so yeah, this is like one of those yeah, I mean it is pretty crazy, but at the same time, yeah, I do understand, you met Tom Brady and you were doing it through a live stream and it ended up lagging then. And of course he was super mad at his production team because of it. And this is like the second thing I think where they messed up like this. So yeah, of course he's really not happy with how the production is going for this stream. So even though overall the concept of the America tour is great, but when you take a look at how there's all these issues with the production and these technical issues and technical problems, that can end up really ruining the experience of what would be otherwise a really amazing tour. Now, something that I thought was pretty cool was this moment where IShowSpeed actually went to the statue of Abraham Lincoln in the Lincoln Memorial. And over there, he also met this guy who was dressed up as Abraham Lincoln, and he looked really similar. And so, let's check out a clip of that.
That's you!
That is me, sir.
That's you! This is Mr. Lincoln right here. What?
Can we go here for the honored picture?
Let's go! Yo, we... That's you right there.
Hey.
Chad, this is him.
Would you like to try the hat, or would that ruin your hair?
Nah, you should put the hat.
I should put the hat on. Okay.
You should put the hat on. Yo, flick me up. Well, Mr. Lincoln, now this is fire. We got the real Abraham Lincoln.
Handshake?
Yo, we got this real Abraham Lincoln right here. W's in the chat.
All right, so yeah, that was a really cool moment. I would say, he's there with Abraham Lincoln and, he's in front of the statue of Abraham Lincoln. So yeah, it was like a nice moment and all that. So I really liked it. And I don't know if you guys know, but like there was this movie, Night at the Museum. And basically what happens there is that, the statues and skeletons and stuff in museums and all that, they end up coming to life. So, this ended up being, the statue of Abraham Lincoln. This was like one of the things that came to life. So, I still remember seeing that. And it was just really, really cool, as a concept. Because the statue is really big. And so, this immediately just reminded me of that. And just seeing it on stream with Speed and, the other guy who was dressed up as Abraham Lincoln, I just thought that was really cool. And, speaking of that guy, dude, I think he looks so close to the actual Abraham Lincoln. Like, that's really, really accurate. Like, the way he's dressed and all that, even the way that he just looks naturally, like, it's so similar. Like, it's really cool, And, the same way that, like, this person was dressed up as Abraham Lincoln, there were people who were dressed up as Peter Griffin and Lois Lane from the TV show Family Guy. And so Speed actually ended up meeting them in real life. So yeah, let's just check that out. Here's a clip of that.
That was the end of the story. Oh my God! Look who it is! It's
Peter Griffin! I missed you.
How you doing?
I'm doing
It's been
good.
forever.
It's been a
You're
year.
like a Shaolin monk now.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah,
Holy
hi.
crap.
Lois,
How are you, sweetheart? So good to see you.
I missed y'all.
How are you?
I'm doing
you got
good.
Taller.
I did.
You did. You got a lot taller.
I did.
What are you doing here?
Goodness.
All right, so that was really cool. I just gotta say, they look just like the characters, man. They look just like Peter Griffin and Lois Lane, especially Peter Griffin, dude. Like, it's crazy, like, how similar he looks to, like, this animated 2D cartoon. I remember seeing, like, a few clips of this Peter Griffin, like, going viral, like, a while back. And, it was specifically because of just how close he looks to the actual, like, Peter Griffin character. So it's just really cool now that Speed has actually met up with him in person. And so, yeah, guys, I just thought that it was really cool. And overall, yeah, I think that the Speed America tour, it had some production issues and stuff. But overall, I think as a concept, it was pretty cool. And so, the tour is ongoing. So let's see where it goes going forward. And those were my thoughts on this. And now I'm interested in hearing what you think down in the comments below. So leave a comment letting me know what you think and we can have a discussion down there. And with all that being said, guys, this is Alexi signing out.